Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for February 22nd through the 28th. This is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising, my darlings. If you happen to fall upon this video outside of the time frame I just mentioned, don't you worry your pretty little heads, my dears. You've come to this message as it was meant for you, when it was meant for you. It is a general reading. Not every single message will resonate with you, but take the ones that do and leave the rest. So we're going to go ahead and see what's coming up here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Alrighty, my dears. One more shuffle. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your first card here is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a major arcana card. When the major arcana cards come up, this is a card having to do with, the experience that we're going through or having is directly connected with what we came here to learn, what we came here to experience, what we came here to master. The major arcana cards can often mean that we're coming into a defining chapter in our life, okay? A significant crossroads. This card is associated with the astrological sign of Taurus, okay? So if you have a Taurus placement, that area of your life might be coming to fruition right now, or that might be an area in your life that you might be getting very serious about or making a commitment to a goal in that area of your life. This card also came up for the Scorpio reading. Hierophant is not a Scorpio card, but simply because it also came up for Scorpio, and I believe it was their very first card as well. Sagittarius, if you have a Scorpio placement, then this is a double confirmation for you, or some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio in terms of some kind of commitment. It doesn't have to be romantic. Keep that in mind. Some of you maybe are dealing with a Scorpio who is triggering you or challenging you and making you feel more clear about what it is that you want in your life and what is important to you. Okay, the Hierophant is a card of tradition, of structure, of foundation, of ethics, of morals, of beliefs. So some of you are maybe getting more clear about what those beliefs are for you. Okay, and some of you maybe are going back to something where you're wanting or feeling or desiring a sense of purity and simplicity in your life, Sagittarius. You know how there's all this talk about minimalism with our physical belongings, right? There's like a trend now where people are giving up everything and like going into a tiny house. I feel like you're having this minimalist approach about what you're trying to call into your life. Okay, not only in terms of material things, but the people that are around, or what you're looking for in the people that you're surrounding yourself with. I'm hearing quality, not quantity. So some of you are maybe just wanting to have a smaller, closer circle with people who you feel like get you and understand you. This is a very specific, very random message here, Sagittarius. I feel some of you have been talking to friends, and you guys maybe are sharing a common experience right now. I know a lot of us are kind of locked into situations or living arrangements that are uncomfortable, and you all are like getting together to form like a little family of your own. Like, well, we're just gonna go and we're gonna get a place because all of us are in the same situation. We're around people who don't get us. So I feel like you guys are forming like this family of roommates for some of you. But there's just this feeling here of wanting to be a part of this community that resonates with you, or that is meaningful for you, or joining some kind of a cause, okay? Here with this Hierophant energy. Your next card here, Sagittarius, is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is going to be oftentimes coming up for somebody when they need a bit of a breather. They need a bit of a timeout. When I see the Four of Swords come up for somebody, oftentimes they have emotionally and mentally, sometimes even physically, been through the ringer. They are just exhausted and they need time away. They need to recover. They need to recuperate. And this is really interesting, Sagittarius, because I'm getting a very interesting message here from this card that I have never gotten before. Okay, I read intuitively. Those of you that watch my channel, you know this. I read intuitively, and I'll get a certain energy or a certain vibe coming around a card. And so I've never felt this with Four of Swords before, but I feel like a background story all of a sudden with this person laying down. I feel like this is a knight and he went out and he fought a battle, and it was not well received. Like, it was not appreciated. He took some hits, he took some blows, he took some damage. He's weak, he doesn't feel well. He's in a place where he's just laying down and talking to God and just trying to recover from what he's been through and feeling like, was that worth it? Was it worth it that I did that? And so maybe some of you feel like you've been sticking your neck out for the wrong people, but more so because the first card was the Hierophant. I feel this is like you're re-examining what you've committed yourself to. Like some cause. Is it really worth it that I'm getting so invested in this cause? Is it worth it that I am fighting these battles for this cause or for this belief? So some of you are taking some time away quietly, and you're re-examining your beliefs and what you're committing to, and exactly who and what you're willing to fight for. And some of you are deciding it's not worth it to fight at all. Okay? And so you're kind of coming into a place of wanting to connect with your spiritual connection, your higher power. You're wanting peace, you're wanting rest, you're wanting prayer, you're wanting meditation, you're healing through music. Okay? You are surrendering. Oh gosh, I just got chills. Ooh, there's a song by U2 called Moment of Surrender. And the first time I ever heard that song, I just started crying. It's a powerful song, and I just feel that energy for a lot of you Sagittarius. This is going to be some deep feelings. Some of you are coming into some deep feelings and a deep like examination of your spirituality and your beliefs, right? You're finding God, and who and what God is for you. And some of you are having a hard time with this because I feel like you swore you never would. Like, I don't believe in that stuff, or all of that is just make believe, or all of that is just stuff parents tell their kids so that they behave. And something might be, gosh, I hesitate to say this, something might be happening on a world level, on a world front, that kind of makes us all kind of stop and go, wait a minute here, like, let's come together, let's be more loving, let's be more understanding, and let's live our life in a way where we're aligned with love and peacefulness. And maybe for some of you, this is just on a personal level. There might be bickering and things happening with people around you that you just don't want it anymore. You don't want it anymore, right? And you're just kind of surrendering the ego. You're surrendering the will of self, right? And you're wanting what is best for the greater good. Your next card here, Sagittarius, is the Lover's card. Okay, this could be Gemini energy. Again, there could be a Gemini placement for you, and that area of your life might be coming here to the forefront. Overall, I know that this card is called the Lovers, so automatically it's a card that we associate with love and romance, and yes, it does apply in love and romance. However, those of you who watch my readings, you know that in the weekly forecasts, I steer clear of love and romance. I do the love and romance separately every month. The love readings are linked in the description. Feel free to check those out after. What a lot of people don't know about the Lovers card is that when it was first introduced in the tarot, it wasn't called the Lovers. The 6th major arcana card in a lot of decks was introduced as the Decision, the Choice, or even in some decks, the Sacrifice. Okay? Because this is about choosing. What do you want? And what are you doing to get it? And is it worth it? What are you giving up? What are you willing to give up for what you want? Is it worth it? and what is it truly that you want. So there's some self-examination here. There's this like getting clear about what it is that you want, or what it is that is your priority right now. And for some of you, this might even be coming into your love life, you know. Four of Wands, not to be scary here. It doesn't have to be love life, you know, but you know, I know the lovers for some of you could be a factor here. Maybe for some of you it's just a Gemini in general. But the fact that it's following the Four of Swords can also be a card having to do with separation or time away from a person or situation. You know, maybe some of you are putting in for a medical leave or a disability from a stressful work situation. Maybe some of you are just needing some time apart, some time away from people you've been living with or dealing with. You might be taking a break from a relationship, or like I said, a living arrangement. And so you're taking this time to decide, what do I really want, right? You're not rushing into the decision, but you're taking some time to really kind of do some self-reflection here and figure out really what it is that you want. Okay? Your next card here, my darlings, is the Knight of Cups. Okay? Now, again, the Knight of Cups is oftentimes seen as like a romance card and a love card, and it kind of gets a bad rap, the Knight of Cups, because people see it and they're like, oh, this is a player, this is a womanizer, this is a Don Juan, I don't want the Knight of Cups. That can be the case sometimes. The Knight of Cups can sometimes mean that kind of person. However, the Knight of Cups is a certain kind of personality or characteristic, at least in my readings, the way that it's come up over the years. So for some of you, you're dealing with this kind of person. For some of you, you're coming into the attributes of the Knight of Cups, and not in the negative, womanizing kind of way. Let me explain. The Knight of Cups is out for this quest for beauty, joy, passion, purpose, fulfillment, creativity. He is in love with being inspired, right? And he feels a love for life and a love for all things beautiful, a love for all things inspirational. So even if it's somebody that's going after, you know, chasing after people romantically, they're not going to go for low-hanging fruit. You know, they're going to go for the ones that shine, the ones that glimmer, and they're going to love putting that person up on a pedestal. Okay? So some of you are pursuing beauty, pursuing inspiration, whether that is in a romantic situation or whether that is in terms of bringing beauty and creativity and inspiration into your life. You're finding healing by pursuing what makes your heart happy. And so some of you are coming into a time of creativity, creation. I feel like some of you might even be dabbling into like painting as meditation, or art as healing or meditation or release. I feel some of you are coming into here with creative energy. I don't know why I just heard lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is a whole nother topic. I'm not going to get into it right now, but some of you might be doing some lucid dreaming in terms of like discovery of self and figuring out really what it is in your heart that you want. Some of you might be receiving answers through your dreams. Okay? Your next card here, my darlings, is the Six of Cups. And Six of Cups here can have to do with reminiscing and looking back at the past. And here's where it gets tricky. Here's where it gets super duper tricky. I feel the overall here energy for Sagittarius is you guys are taking some time away from a situation, relationship, arrangement to decide what you want to do. Are you really done with it? Do you really want to walk away? Is it worth the sacrifice and the work that you've been having to put into it? And you're just kind of on the fence. Do you want to walk away from it or not? And the Six of Cups can mean two things, right? Overall, Six of Cups, there's a sense of like reconciliation or wanting to go back to it. So some of you are full on deciding to go back, like to give it another try. However, this is why I said it gets tricky. The Six of Cups can sometimes mean that we're focusing on the past way too much, and we're remembering things way better than they actually were. And to be honest with you, Sagittarius, because of all of the cards that came up before the Six of Cups, I feel for the majority of you, when you're tempted to go back, you're remembering things way better than they actually were. We as human beings, for some reason, have this tendency to romanticize the past. Oh, the good old days, when there were just no problems and everything was just wonderful, and why can't we just go back to that, right? Like, what was I thinking, right? But you're forgetting about that beat up Four of Swords feeling. You're forgetting about being through the ringer. You're forgetting about the sacrifices where you felt got you nowhere, right? And you're remembering something and you're seeing it through rose colored glasses. So remember, like try to ask yourself, okay, what is it that happened that caused me to want to walk away from it to begin with? Sagittarius, I feel that for some of you, it's going to be very, very beneficial for you to begin keeping a diary and being very honest in that diary, writing in a very unedited kind of way what happened, how it made you feel. Be absolutely, completely honest. Okay, put it down on paper so that when things happen, right, later on down the road, and you take some time away from a situation, you can go back and you can read in the diary and say, oh my gosh, wow, this is really making me realize how I've been feeling, how hard it was, how difficult it was. Or it's helping me understand this person or situation I'm dealing with. I'm beginning to see patterns or cycles in this person that I didn't notice face to face. So keep record, because I feel it's going to really help you tremendously in making some really big decisions in the future. Okay. Again, this is a general reading. It may be helpful to check out your moon sign or rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule with private readings there. Okay. And of course, the love and romance readings are linked in the description as well. Thanks for watching, my darlings. Take care. Bye.